Question 48a. The ratio of the interior angle to the exterior angle of a regular polygon is 3:2. Work out the interior angle and the exterior angle of the polygon. This question is a technical question but not actually hard. You have to understand how ratios are formed. Let's take this 3:2 to explain. The actual values could be 30 to 20, or you say 30:20. And to bring it down to the simplest form, like you have 3:2, you divide both values by 10. This divided by 10, this divided by 10. This 10 takes this 0, and this 10 takes this 0. You'll be having 3:2. Note that with this, we actually had 30:20, and in the simplest form, we have 3:2. If we want to get back this 30:20, we have to multiply both values by the value you divided both of them by. And in this case, you multiply 3 times 10, and on the other side, you have 2 times 10. 3 times 10 will give you 30, and 2 times 10 will give you 20. Based on this fact, we don't know the actual value of the interior angle, which comes first, and that of the exterior angle too. And you have this as their ratio in the simplest form. So let's say we have 3 for the interior angle ratio 2. We don't know the actual value we have to multiply both 3 and 2 by to get the actual values before bringing them down as their ratio in the simplest form. So let's say to get them back, we multiply both sides by x. So we have 3 times x ratio 2 times x. 3 times x is 3x, 2 times x is 2x. So we have the actual values as 3x for the interior angle and 2x for the exterior angle. It's ratio of the interior angle to the exterior angle. So we have 3x as the interior angle. You can say it's int for interior. Then for exterior, which is 2x, is ext. There's a formula that relates the interior angle with the exterior angle of a regular polygon. The formula says the interior angle plus the exterior angle of a regular polygon equals 180. So we have the interior angle as 3x plus the exterior angle, which is 2x, should equal 180. We've done questions in this light before, so you should understand that the interior angle plus the exterior angle should equal to 180. These are like terms. We have 3x plus 2x, that will give you 5x equals 180. We're looking for x, so we divide both sides by 5. 5 will cancel 5. You'll be having x equals 180 divided by 5. 180 divided by 5 will give you 36. So x is 36. Going back to the ratio of the interior angle to the exterior angle, in the actual algebraic form, where we have 3x for the interior angle and 2x for the exterior angle, and knowing that x is 36, we can find both the interior angle and the exterior angle. Let's solve it on this side. For the interior angle, it's 3x, and x is 36, so you have 3 times 36. That will give you 108 degrees. So the interior angle of this polygon is 108 degrees. Next, we find the exterior angle. The exterior angle, ext, is 2x. And x is 36, so you have 2 times 36 should equal the exterior angle. 2 times 36 will give you 72. The exterior angle is therefore 72 degrees. Exterior angle is 72 degrees. If you put this in ratio, that's 108 ratio 72, that is the interior angle ratio the exterior angle. If you take this to its simplest form, you end up having 3:2. So these values are actually correct. The B part of the question says name the polygon. To name the polygon, we can use either the interior angle or the exterior angle, but using the exterior angle is easier. To name the polygon, we actually need the actual number of sides of the polygon, and we can use the exterior angle to do it. One exterior angle, in this case, which is 72 degrees, equals 360 over the number of sides, which is n. Using the exterior angle to find number of sides of the polygon, and with the number of sides we can name the polygon. We can make this 72 over 1 and cross and multiply. Standard in math, to get this n away from its position as a denominator, we multiply both sides by n, but you can't cross multiply. We have 72n, that's 72 times n will give you 72n, equals, on the other hand, we have 1 times 360. Anything times 1 is that same thing, so we have 360 on this side. We divide both sides by 72 because we're looking for the number of sides, which is n. 72 cancels 72. N equals 360 divided by 72 will give you 5. So the number of sides of a regular polygon is 5. And a 5-sided polygon is a pentagon. So the answer to question B is pentagon. Hope you understand.